Afternoon, everybody. How are we? And can I just give my apologies that I wasn't on yesterday? I had to have a little bit of a rest due to headaches because I was going through a bit of a up level, which was what we are going to talk about today. And I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible because in all of my live training sessions, I do like to make it as simple as I possibly can so that those that are beginners can understand what it is that I'm coaching about. Okay. Hi, Marie. Hi, Marianne. So up-leveling. A lot of us have heard of the term up-leveling and we feel the up-leveling process, but a lot of us don't understand what an up-leveling process is. Okay. But basically what up-leveling is, okay, is that process by which when you are going through a change, okay, any change, okay, and you may not even realize that you're going through a change, okay, so it may be that you're going through emotional change or wanting to maybe leave a relationship, okay, or you're wanting to perhaps go to a new job, or you're at a crossroads in your life and you're trying to decide what it is that you need to do in order to basically move to that next level in your life, you know, basically fulfill that which makes you happier, okay, grow into yourself, be the better, more abundant version of yourself, okay, where it is you're trying to work on yourself, okay, and you're making those little changes in your life or those big changes in your life, okay, whatever it may be, okay, and you suddenly find that those changes, okay, are met with resistance, okay, and that resistance often comes from the physical. In yourself, you're often met with what we class as like a healing crisis. So you will suddenly become physically ill, okay, and run down, all right? And what we often do is we fight that, okay, because actually society and conditioning and fear will teach us that we're not allowed to look after ourselves. We're not allowed to love on ourselves and take care of ourselves because actually, okay, a limiting belief for many of us is to look after ourselves is vanity, okay, when actually it couldn't be further from the truth, okay. So an up level is basically when you're going through a change, okay, a positive change, okay, you're met with resistance. And normally that resistance is felt within the physical body, okay. It can also be met in your reality as well, okay, when you'll get other people kind of say to you, you know, oh, why is she, you know, setting these boundaries, and they may not even say that, okay, or when they go, oh, why is she not doing this for me when she, you know, before she would have done X, Y, and Z for me, you know, or why isn't she giving so much to me, why do I have to suddenly do this for myself, you know. You may find that more things are suddenly starting to go wrong actually in your physical reality. It's like suddenly everything seems to suddenly be collapsing around you, okay, when you're wanting to make these changes within yourself. And what it actually is, it's because your limiting beliefs, okay, are actually coming up. All the fears that you've had are coming up. You're being faced with all your fears so that they can come out of your universe, as it were, to be washed away. Okay, and that's what an up level is. But what most of us do, okay, because we think that these fears that we're suddenly faced with within ourself, our health, and then our physical reality, okay, are real, we go, oh no, I'm doing something wrong. This change, this positive change that I'm doing is suddenly wrong. Okay, so we give up on ourselves. Okay, and we retreat. We then don't actually keep going further forward with the commitment that we've made to ourselves, and we stop. We don't see the commitments through because the up level scares us. It scares the shit out of us. Okay? So we stop. The fear always scares us. But here's the thing, the fear, okay, actually isn't real. The fear, it feels real. Of course it does. But the thing is, the only thing that is real, okay, is your dreams, okay, is the goals that you see for yourself, okay? And only when you continue to focus on that, which it is that you want, okay, will the fear and the feelings that you get and all that which is going wrong in your physical reality, will they continue to dissipate, as you continue to keep moving forward. Okay, so the analogy that I want to use for you, okay, that I see up leveling as, imagine you've got a cup, okay, and this cup is filled with really muddy water, really yucky, black, muddy water, okay, and this black, muddy water, okay, is filled with all your thoughts, okay? It's filled with all your thoughts, all your energy, the way you feel about yourself, okay? That muddy water is basically how you feel about yourself, okay? And this muddy water is a representation of how you feel about yourself. Now, you're not going to want to drink that, are you? Okay, because you know that if you drink that, it's going to make you feel awful. You're going to end up with illness, diseases. But you do. Okay? And you've got this cup of really dirty, mucky, muddy water. And as you're looking at this, you're actually starting to feel really, really woozy, really lightheaded. Okay? Because it's having such an influence on your energy of your life that you're thinking, okay, I need to do something about this muddy water right now. I need to try and turn it into clean water, lovely, healthy, clean water that actually makes me want to drink it so I feel better about myself. Okay? So, someone hands you, okay, a glass of clean water, fresh, clean water. You take one look at that fresh, clean water and you think, oh, actually, I want this one. But the person tells you that actually you can't drink this clean water, okay? Because they're going to come by in a second and they're going to take this clean water away from you. That actually you need to try and turn this murky, dirty, muddy water that you've got in your hand into clean water first, because actually this dirty, murky, muddy water actually represents you, and there is only one you, and you have to work with you first, okay? Because actually you do have the power to change you, that you cannot just get rid of you, the muddy, murky water, and replace it with something else. Okay, now listen here. Oh, thank you, Deb. Kind of not with the makeup today, but hey ho, I can at least talk now. Okay, so you start to put your thinking cap on and you think, okay, I may not be able to replace the containers, but I can change what's inside. Okay, I can change the water inside. I can make the water inside cleaner. So what you do is you get the water, okay, the clean water, and you start to pour the clean water into the muddy water, okay? And what this begins to do, okay, is it starts to spill out the muddy water. And as you're pouring clean water into the muddy water comes out and it makes a splash. And each splash that it makes, okay, is the feelings that you're getting from your up level. Okay, let me know if you're understanding what I'm saying here. Okay, so each time you're putting clean water, okay, now the water is representing your energies, representing your thoughts, okay. So you've got this murky, muddy water that's representing your feelings, your energy, your thoughts, okay? And you've got this clean water, okay? So each time you're placing clean water into the murky, muddy water, okay, the murky water is spilling out, okay? Yes, it's making a mess and it's making a splash, which is how you're feeling each time a change is being created and you're seeing the result, okay, in your reality. Yes, it's uncomfortable to watch. Yes, it's uncomfortable with how it feels. But look at the water. As you keep pouring more clean water into the cup, there's less muddy water in that cup and more clean water inside the new cup, okay? Because each time you do it, it's becoming cleaner and cleaner. The splashes that are coming out of that cup and fall onto the floor feel less of a shock now because you're getting used to seeing it. Okay? In other words, the up levels feel less of a shock because you're getting used to the changes that you're making for yourself. Okay? In other words, the fear that comes with making these changes for yourself feel less of a shock, okay? That's what we mean by becoming comfortable with uncertainty, okay? Oh, thank you, Lena. And then you look at your cup, okay, that had all this murky, muddy water in it that was making you feel so sick, okay, that represented all your thoughts, all your filthy, dirty, horrible thoughts, okay, of judgment, doubt, blame, okay, guilt, all those thoughts of, self-harm, because, self-harm is not just physical, it's the words that we beat ourselves up with, negative thoughts that we beat ourselves up with every day, okay, that's represented by the muddy water. You have now filled it with clean water, okay, thoughts that represent, okay, beauty, okay, understanding, compassion, okay, non-judgment, ease, flow, abundance for yourself, and have now replaced that into the water, okay? Because there's no need to actually get rid of you. Just replacing the shitty thoughts, basically, with new ones for yourself, okay? And you're now looking at clean, beautiful water that, yes, you would drink, okay? And you look at that and you think, yes, I'm actually happy with me. The water represents you. You don't want to be replaced by anything else. You don't want to be replaced by lemonade. You don't want to be replaced by alcohol. You're happy with that clean, beautiful, sparkling water. And you did that all yourself. And that's my little analogy for up-leveling. Yes, the splashes of an up level feel uncomfortable, but as you continue to pour clean water into that dirty, mucky water, okay, that represents the changes, okay, that will create, okay, that new abundant life that you are wanting to fulfill for yourself, okay, yes, it's not easy, by any means it's not easy, okay, But as you continue to do so, your life will become so much more ease and flow, so much more abundant, that you will want to continue to keep making those splashes on the floor. Okay, you will want to continue to make that impact. Okay, you really, really will, and it will be so worth it. Okay, and the reason that many of us actually don't do it is because we're scared to make that splash. We really, really are. We don't like the feelings of being uncomfortable. We just continue to want to drink the dirty water and make ourselves ill. And in fact, it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all, you know? Oh, thank you, Tavia. You know, a lot of us, you know, hell isn't something actually that is outside of us, and neither is prison. It literally is something that is created within our own minds because we're scared of short-term pain. We're not prepared to go through short-term pain for long-term, you know, fulfillment. And we're allowing other people to feed us their fears and their judgment and their worry and their doubt, instead of listening to our own inner voice, our own intuition, those own inner little nudges that tell you, actually, I could do this. I could achieve this. I am worth more than this. Because you are. But because you don't go ahead and take the time to surrender, give yourself that time to just rest and to listen to your inner voice and then act on it. And actually, you don't need to do like 10, 20 things a day to achieve your dream. All it takes is one thing per day in the right direction, which is forwards, to do it. And that is all it takes. Okay. And the last thing I want to say about upleveling is those that are successful, and I'm not just talking about financial success, because success means different things to other people. Success could actually mean that you are working towards being anxiety free, or you are working towards living your life feeling more connected to your children, or you are living your life free from depression. Okay, abundance to me and from my connection to spirit means fulfillment in all things. Okay, and that's actually what I teach in my mediumship and spirit guide courses, and also my abundance and money mindset course. So I just want to let you know I have 2 spaces left for that. So feel free to send me a message if you want more details about that. It's also on the website, the course details. Lost my train of thought then for a second. So success is a very, very personal thing, but fear as well is not is not just about being fearless. Okay, upleveling is not just about being fearless. It literally, okay, is about taking your fear, okay, wrapping it under your wing, under your arm, and continuing to go on in spite of it. That's what success to me means, wrapping up your fear and going on in spite of it. Okay, there is not one successful person that has achieved their dreams and goals, okay, fearless. If they say that they have, I think there's a few porkies going on, to be honest, because I have read a lot of books by a lot of successful people, and they have all have one thing in common, and that is to say that they achieved their dreams, but they were scared. And that goes for millionaires, very spiritual people, things like that. But they continued on in spite of that, and actually they used their fear as fuel. which made the feeling of that achievement even more sweeter, okay? So do not let your fear, okay, be a sign that you are doing something wrong, okay? It's not that you are doing something wrong, okay? Far from it. Just have the feeling, okay, your intuitive feeling and the vision that you see yourself, okay, be the light in front of you that keeps you going, okay? So I hope that was useful. Let me know your comments and your feedback, and I will get to each and every one of them as well. I'm going to be on my Angelic Soul readings and coaching page tonight doing readings, and I'll be over on my profile in about 20 minutes. My profile. You can tell I'm still getting back to it from yesterday, can't you? Doing readings. Okay, lovelies. So that's today's short training session on up leveling. Okay, so remember that little analogy, okay, of the murky, muddy water. Okay, you want your feelings, you want your energy to feel as if it was beautiful, clean water that you would want to drink. Okay, because that's how you deserve to feel. Okay, my lovelies, lots of love, everybody, and good afternoon. And as I always say, do something nice for you, okay, because it's important. You are important. Okay, bye, everybody.